Hola, señoras y caballeros. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I'm Aquila Sunrise, and this is Vinyl Jeopardy. So, my intention today was to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, which is important in California where I grew up. We celebrate the battle at Puebla, but I was going to show you all of my music from Mexico. And after going through my collection, I don't have a lot of music from Mexico. I was surprised to find that out because at one point I was on a quest to find this song Micaela because every time, well, not every time, but there are certain people of Hispanic descent that I meet and I tell them that my name is Michaela, and so they say, "Oh, Micaela," and they start singing the song. So I went on a quest to find it on vinyl and I thought I had it. I must have given up my quest and I do not have that record. So we're going to have to span the whole Hispanic diaspora of what I do have. So the first thing I want to show you is this one. It is a group called Santa Esmeralda. Santa Esmeralda is a disco group. They were popular in the 70s. If you are not familiar with them, the lead singer was Jimmy Goings, and that's who's on the cover of this album. When I first saw it, I thought that it was Blackula, so I'm thinking I didn't know there was a soundtrack to Blackula, so I had to get it. I think I got it at a thrift shop. But anyway, the music on it is phenomenal. I actually love the music on this. It does have a Spanish flavor and it's very eclectic. And this is going to sound weird, but I want to say that it is a cross between Jose Feliciano, Tower of Power, Freddie Mercury, and Barry Manilow. It's a disco record and it has those violins in it, but it also has a lot of strings and it has a lot of brass, and I love brass. So it's actually a pretty good record. If you come across Santa Maria Beauty, then you definitely should pick that up while you're eating your chips and salsa for Cinco de Mayo. And there is a artist that if you dig in crates at all, you are going to come across Herb Alpert a bunch of times. And apparently, everybody must have had Herb Alpert's records because they are in the crates everywhere I go. And I love Herb Alpert's music. And the only reason I'm going to show you all of these records is just to show off how many I have. So here is Herb Alpert's Whipped Cream and Other Delights. I think I probably should run through these fast because I have a bunch. This is Herb Alpert, and what is the name of this one? Warm is the name of this album. I have Herb Alpert's Going Places. This is not the best copy, and I'm sure I can find a better album cover than that one day if I keep looking. This one is What Now, My Love? Oh, I think we already saw this one before, right? Because I got this one. Is that the one I got from the Golden Cabinet? I think so. This one is SRO, or my grandmother would have said SRO. Herb Alpert, and of course, The Brass I Love. More Herb Alpert coming. The Beat of the Brass. Tijuana Brass. And the last one, South of the Border. Finally, something that actually reflects Mexico. And to describe Herb Alpert's music, it is full of rich brass and definitely has the Hispanic flavor to it that we love, and it is jazzy, it is soul, it is classic instrumental music that we love. Now, Here is the next one that I want to show you that is not Mexican, but from Brazil. And actually, wait a minute, I had another Herb Alpert snuck in here. Who knew? This is, what's the name of this album? Casino Royale. I don't think I've ever listened to that one. But anyway, this album has become very popular right now. This is Servio Mendes, Brazil 66. Servio Mendes is from Brazil. And guess who produced this album? Herb Alpert. This is Herb Alpert presents Servio Mendes and Brazil 66. And there's a song, Mais Que Nada, on here that has become very popular right now because Simone Biles used it as her floor exercise routine song recently. And so everybody's been listening to this song, and it is a really great song. Another Servio Mendes album I have here, Look Around. Okay. No, that's not it. I said okay, like that's all. That's not all. Now we are at the Puerto Ricans. This is Tony Orlando and Dawn. Tony Orlando is half Puerto Rican, and this record is a gatefold record, and it is what is it called? Tune weaving. So it has the picture here of him and the girls on that one. And I have another Tony Orlando and Dawn, Prime Time. And yet another Tony Orlando and Dawn. This one doesn't have the record in it, and it's kind of shameful, but it is true. If you were to look at my collection, I have on the side I have a mess of albums that have the cover with no record in them, and then I have another pile of records with no covers, and I'm not sure that these two will ever meet and be the same. Oh, look at this, more Servio Mendes. Okay, so here we are going to South America, to Brazil. This is a gatefold record, and it has more of the members of Brazil in this one. Brazil 66 is the name of the group. And let me see, what is the name of this one? Fool on the Hill. Yeah, Brazil 66. And this is another Servio Mendes. Let's take this out. Servio Mendes, Brazil. Who is Brazil 77? Did they change their name? I got this from the Goodwill because I can see there's a Goodwill tag on there. Huh. I guess after 10 years, you need to change your name. We might want to look that up. So back to the Puerto Ricanas. In this case, this doesn't want to come out. Lisa and Cult Jam. Yeah, I'm stretching. Puerto Rican record, and this is Go For Yours. What's on the other side? This is a 12-inch that I have, and it's called Go For Yours Hole in One Mix, and it has I Promise You on the other side. And here is our friends on the back, Full Force. Okay, so now let's get back to south of the border, our neighbors, even in this political climate. Let's call them neighbors right now. Santana. And I am so wanting to see Santana. He is coming back here to Las Vegas for his residency actually this month. So that's going to be awesome. This is Santana. I have this record streaming all the time. I love it. This is another one, Z-Bop. from the 80s, Mr. Carlos Santana. And that is it that I have for Santana. I thought I had more Santana. Maybe I do and I just didn't pull it out. I don't know. But you all know also that I'm from the Bay Area. So another person that I have to have is Miss Sheila E. Now, I have a bunch of Sheila E. records, but I only brought this one out because it's autographed. This is my autographed copy of Icon. And it has this beautiful picture of her in the gatefold. Sheila E. Icon. Autographed. Thank you very much. Once again, no, I do not sell my records. And put this back inside the plastic, not that it matters. And then I pulled out my war records, thinking that I had Cinco de Mayo on this one, War Platinum Jazz, and I do not. Cinco de Mayo is not on this record. And then this one, The Greatest Hits, I thought that Cinco de Mayo was on this record. It is not. So that is it for my Cinco de Mayo records spanning the whole Hispanic diaspora in celebration of the battle at Puebla. Thanks for joining me on Vinyl Jeopardy.